So we're back with number 8 now, and it reads Tegretol, 15 milligram per kilogram per day, is ordered in 3 divided doses. However, the patient weighs 58 kilograms. So you want to highlight that the patient weighs 58 kilogram because they normally give us these things in pound, and you don't want to go work out that 58 kilogram overlooking it. So we want to highlight what is ordered, how many times per day, and the patient weight before we move any further. Now, how I'm gonna work this math is I'm gonna work it based on the day and what they give us, and then I'm gonna break it down to what they're asking for, which would say the nurse will administer how many tablets per dose. Now it states that 15 milligram per kilogram per day is ordered. We're gonna times it by the patient weight, which is 58 kilogram. Kilogram takes out kilogram. Now we're left with 15 milligram per day. And we're gonna multiply that 15 milligram per day by 58. So when we work that out now, we're gonna get 870 milligram per day. Remember, per day. Now the question asks how much would be given per dose. So in order to find how much would be given, the tablet will be given per dose, first we have to get the milligram in doses. So we're gonna, because it's given 3 divided doses for the day, we're gonna say 870 divided by 3, and we're gonna end up with 290 milligram per dose. Now the label reads that it has 100 milligram in it. So that's when we say 290 milligram over 100 milligram times 1 tab. We are going to be left. The remaining will be 2.9 tab. However, based on my school rounding rule, you just leave it like this, right? If they had asked you for like a scored tablet, then you would round it to like a scored tablet, you would probably round it to 3. If they had asked you for like a double scored, you would have rounded to like a 2.75 tablet. But because they didn't mention anything like that, we're gonna just simply leave it as 2.9 tab. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 9. And remember, if you have any question, you can always leave it in the description box below. If I'm going too fast, you could always mute it and then replay it, as I said, or if you'd like for me to remake the video, if you think I was going too fast, I don't have a problem. So it's 2.9 tab per dose. So moving on to number 9, it says the doctor ordered Augmentin 400 milligram by mouth twice a day with food for the next 14 days. The patient weighs 42 kilograms. So you see, I put my times 2. You never want to forget that, because that times 2, whenever your brain got corrupted, but by the time you finish these math, you want to always remember that, okay, it did say times 2, and you see at the bottom of it where it says the pediatric safe dose range is 25 to 45 milligram per kilogram per day. PO is divided every 12 hours, and there is 12 hours in one day. Now we're gonna go ahead and move forward. I'm just rewriting what's on the label. I know you guys cannot see the label. So just rewriting it. So I'm pretty much just rewriting everything that is on that label. So I'm pretty much just rewriting everything that is on that label so you could see it a little bit better. Okay, so it says on the label 400 milligram per 57 milligram per 5 milliliter. So that's all the label said right there. But I mean, I know it's blurry, you guys cannot see it, so that's why I go ahead and rewrite it. Then the question says calculate the safe dosage range. But if you know and you've been following, you know that the moment I see the safe dosage range, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and start working it out. So I'm gonna say 25 milligram per kilogram per day is multiplied by the patient weight, which is 42 kilogram. And then once I go ahead, I'm gonna say kilogram would take out kilogram, which would leave me with 25 milligram per day times 42. I'm gonna get 1050 milligram per day. See how I just put it in that little corner again? My bad. Let me rewrite it properly. So I have that per day. Then I go down and I say I do the same thing with a 45 milligram per kilogram per day times 42 kg again. Kg normally takes out kg, left me with 45 milligram per day. When I work out 45 milligram times 42, I get 1,890 milligram per day. So the safe dose range for the day is 1,050 milligram to 1,890 milligram for the day. So that is the safe dosage range for the day. Now, it did say calculate the safe dose range, but as you could see, it says it's divided in every 12 hour. So I'm gonna go ahead and there's 12 hours in a day. So I'm gonna go ahead and say 1,050 milligram is divided by 2, and I'm gonna go ahead and get 525 milligram per dose. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with the 1,890. I'm gonna divide it by 2, and I'm gonna be left with 945 milligram per dose. So my safe dosage range is gonna be 525 milligram to 945 milligram per dose. So we should not exceed that for our patient because that is the safe dose range. So per dose. Now it says the nurse will administer how many tablets per day. Now this is the tricky part that I want you guys to look into. So the doctor ordered for 100 milligram, right? And then the label says that it's 400 milligram per tab. So you're gonna go ahead and the label is not really showing. I wish I had better handwriting so you guys could probably see it better, but you can't. So I'm gonna say 400 milligram is divided by 400 milligram, because as you can see the 400 milligram is on